What's up, everybody?
Hey guys, Kevin back with you.
I'm Joe over here.
Hey.
We got another episode of Mad Men coming your way.
Yeah, we are 3 episodes into the show and it is utterly fantastic.
We are having a great time with this show. It's
Yeah,
so much fun, honestly.
like what a great compelling cast and cast of characters too.
We were talking about the show recently, and we're like, this is just a pretty relatively, I don't want to say easy, but it's
Sure.
a show where it's a bunch of guys in a room. You got a camera, a script, and great actors, and it's so compelling. It's
Yeah.
giving us goosebumps every
Yeah,
episode.
it is very layered.
There's no giant set pieces. There's no action scenes. It's just well written, well acted drama, and it's fantastic.
The birthday party in the last episode,
Oh my god!
where we first really start to see the cracks in Dawn.
Yeah, I mean it's very well represented. We also you googled the meaning of the Marriage of Figaro.
When I was at the gym the other day on on the stationary bike, watched a production of The Marriage of Figaro by I think it was the Toronto Opera House
Oh,
that did
cool.
it. It was in Italian. Thank God it was subtitled, because I was really curious. I felt silly watching that episode. Like, I can't believe I've never watched The Marriage of Figaro, and it was. I watched it and I completely made the episode kind of unlocked for me.
Yeah.
Because basically in The Marriage of Figaro, it's a comedy, but what you have is a young couple that want to get married, and their boss kind of is trying to seduce the woman the entire time before he kind of gets his comeuppance.
Sure.
So you have this idea of the power imbalance,
Yeah.
between the sexual power imbalance between the men that are in power and the women that are in that bad position of having to skirt that line between I'm not your sexual victim,
Yeah.
but I also depend on you
Sure.
for my livelihood. And at the birthday party when that one guy, um, I can't remember his name, the one that hits on the
And he smacks
divorcee.
kid, or his
No,
son
no,
got smacked.
his son got
Yeah,
smacked,
yeah,
and he was really awful.
The
But
creepy guy.
this awful guy is like, they see a divorcee who they consider to be powerless, right, and helpless,
like a sheep.
and yeah, exactly. They're like sharks. He
They
was
are
like
like
a
sharks.
shark to her. Like, I cry for that
Wolf.
boy, and
He's
he's
like a
my
wolf, yeah.
and your need of a man because of that is my way in to sleep with you.
Sleazy.
Right, it's completely sleazy, but this woman is in this position of where they think is powerlessness, and I like the fact that she flipped it on him, and it's like, I see what you're doing, and I don't like it.
She was quite smart.
So stop it. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
great about it.
That also kind of reminds me of when I was in college. I did a production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
Of course, yeah,
Very similar.
yeah,
thing
it
there,
is.
You know what I mean? And it's I you know this is obviously a newer show than that.
Yeah.
That production was like from the '60s.
It's so good though. It's so dark.
Very dark.
Yeah,
But it goes to show that, like, this has always been an issue. I mean, the Marriage of Figaro was. I mean, I'm sure it's very.
it's
Very old.
Mozart. Yeah, it's
very very old. So this
right.
has always been a thing.
Yeah.
And this show is just picking up on themes that have always been around.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
highlighting them in the '60s when there was this giant turning point.
Yeah.
And
And
it's brilliant.
I'm really glad we're starting to see more layers to Dawn, because he seems, when he's at work, he's this self-assured, confident guy that nobody messes with.
No, everybody respects him.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
is kinda afraid of him almost.
Everybody's almost afraid of him. They
Yeah.
don't know anything about him. He's a huge mystery. But he is
But
the
he's
no
just
nonsense,
as human as all.
powerful guy.
Yeah.
And then he gets home, and you're like, this guy's miserable.
It's kind of pathetic.
He's an alcoholic.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
he feels trapped in his own life and in his
Yes.
own family.
He had slammed 5 beers.
He
before
yeah
the
he
party
got he
even
was
started.
wasted. Yeah,
Took his drink with him when he went to eat the cake, and he didn't come home.
and I love seeing a character that's like that. I don't know if he would be considered, like I said, we're only 3 in. I don't know if he'd be considered a classic anti-hero or not, but he's got to be close, right?
I mean, I'd say he's an anti-hero for sure
Yeah.
because like he's quite a flawed character,
Completely.
and
And he's our protagonist for sure.
he's just a man searching, a man looking for something.
So
He's
lost.
he's very far off the beaten path for sure.
Absolutely.
Um,
As we get into this, guys, I do want to welcome 4 new Patreon
Yes.
subscribers. So Danielle, I'm not a tall man, but I'm a disaster. Maxie and Alex C, thank you very much and welcome. We really do
I
appreciate
like
it.
that name.
Right. Over here at the channel, by the way, guys, we are going to get ahead on some
Yes, we
episodes over on Patreon. This week, we're going to be putting up four
West Wing.
episodes of The West Wing up over on Patreon. So if you're West Wing fans over on Patreon, we're going to be far ahead of where we're at on YouTube.
Yep.
Next week, we are going to do Ted Lasso. And then we're going to do probably Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yes.
We're gonna get to this as well, to where on our Patreon
We're doing a
page,
good rotation.
right, our full length reactions over on Patreon, we're gonna be ahead of where we're at on YouTube.
4 episodes ahead.
Right.
So,
As an incentive for those of you who are subscribed to our Patreon, we really appreciate it.
yes, absolutely. And those of you on YouTube, thank you so much. We're
Yeah.
so close to hitting a milestone. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please share us around. We really, really appreciate that because once we hit that milestone, you guys are going to know about it.
Yeah, we're going to be
More stuff
stupidly
your way.
obnoxious about letting you know about it, for sure.
Even more obnoxious than we are now.
Yeah, right. We apologize ahead of time.
But thank you.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
So, like, comment, subscribe, leave us a comment in the comments. We always appreciate it.
We always get back with our commenters, yeah.
Click the link down below. See the full-length reactions. Make sure you have your own copy, guys. Because we're still getting messages and comments about how they can't see it on Patreon. Well, you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
We don't have the copyright
for
it.
Legally, we can't show any of the footage or do any of the audio on Patreon. All you're going to see is us. So you're going to want to sync your own device. We're watching on AMC Plus, so if this is a show you like...
if you're watching it for free, even better. Just know that there's ads on the free channel. We're not doing the ads.
Right. Or if this is a really popular one on a DVD and Blu-ray as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That'll work as well. All right, guys.
But like we said, on Patreon, we have a couple of different exclusives as well. We're doing Succession over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So check it out, guys.
Yeah, we are going to be here shooting the 6th episode of Succession, and we're really enjoying that show. Started to really get into that one as well. All right, thanks, guys.
Be a very sad fly.
I feel like these junior executives do like 10 minutes of work a day.
Yeah, they're drunk the whole time.
Right.
Your wife is here, Mr. Campbell?
Thank you, Hildy.
I kind of wonder why these guys screw around so much when they know that's the one thing that pisses Don off every time is him not working.
Yeah.
We finally get to meet his wife, yeah.
Hello, lovely.
Oh,
it's Alison Brie.
No way.
Sure do you know the fella?
He's cheating on Alison Brie? Pete, you're a moron.
If we didn't know that already, now we really do.
Right.
Oh, Don. I'd like you to meet my wife, Trudy Campbell.
Don Draper.
And
nice to meet you.
your mistress.
Congratulations.
Yeah, right,
Lucky girl.
I know.
She is, isn't she?
Find a good man.
Believe me, I'm the lucky one.
Yes, you are.
Yeah!
He is charming.
I love John Hamm so much,
I
man.
do too.
Like, why? How has he not gotten like a Batman role or something? You know what I mean?
Seriously.
Like, that's leading man. If I've ever
That is
seen
a
one,
leading man for sure.
Well, the reason he probably hasn't gotten the role is because he's Batman. You know, he's been on the show forever.
Right.
But Elaine, the realtor, says we can get it for $30,000.
Oh wow. It's
Lovely.
a gorgeous house or apartment.
$30,000 though in 1960 is a lot of money.
We're not in this alone. We're a young couple that needs a little help. Pierre.
Was that one of those ask your daddy for money moments? Right.
I think
there?
that's kind of what I was getting.
Yeah.
You know, like her dad's rich or something.
Or his. Yeah.
Realistically, both.
Probably both.
Yeah.
Can we at least have lunch sometime?
I would say no to that.
I can't see a reason for that.
Yeah. It's a bad idea.
Do you think he just wants to, hook up with her? Or do you think he actually genuinely is interested in her?
He seems pretty interested, but
That's
I don't know
what
what
I'm
that means with him. You know what I mean?
He marries her and then what?
Yeah. Is he any happier? I wouldn't think so.
It's like the end of The Graduate.
Yeah.
Now what?
Now what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, can I use your phone?
No.
No.
I'm her
Oh,
husband.
no.
I'm supposed to see my kids.
I wouldn't let an
You are who you say
agitated
you are, but I don't
stranger in my
exchange
house
men
either.
into my home.
Yeah. Oh, it was her house.
That's
It was
her
her
ex-husband,
kids.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I'm joking.
Nobody likes the Ghost of Christmas
What
Future.
I'll tell you exactly.
Hello?
That's awkward.
I just think he's annoyed that someone else is there. Probably just came home to
Right
chill.
upstairs and have complete quiet for a while.
Your cousin Sarah had her baby.
Is that William
Named it after
Sadler?
your Uncle Skip. I think
No.
that's nice.
No, it's not him. You're right.
I still don't understand what you do.
Well, I'd hate for you to miss the blackberries.
Run into you
He's
at
an
the
ass.
club.
He's an account
at a
executive.
restaurant. It's actually kind of expensive. So
He does not want to have this conversation,
does
and
not.
I kind of get it.
Especially after his dad just criticized him.
Yeah. His dad hates him.
Mm-hmm.
you thought
I
it
was
was a good idea
disappointed.
to help Bud when he hit that girl on her bike in Montauk last summer. What did that cost?
That's fair.
Oh, yeah.
Or his
What he's
job.
doing.
Why is
Yeah.
it so hard for you people to give me anything? We gave you everything. We gave you your name.
Can they help with the apartment?
No.
No.
Didn't bring it up.
Don't lie to your
I've been
wife,
having
man.
some health problems.
Just tell her.
When I come into town, I like to just do my business and go home.
Unwind with the Psalms.
No man should have to live out of a suitcase. So, what do you fellas have for me?
Don always knows what to say, man. It's
Well,
amazing.
It's a smooth operator.
Yeah.
Newspapers, trade publications. Throwing a few
Kind of looks like
billboards
travel
your
ads for the
employees can
cities,
brag to
though.
their
It does.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
I would buy those. Like, I would, if they
Yeah, those look cool. They look really cool.
These feel like ads for cities.
See, that's what I thought too when I
You're
looked at it. Yeah.
Making our company look like a middleman for another product.
Walter has expressed himself. Now, Walter, if this does not meet your
Why is
expectations, I'm
why
sure
is
Don can
Pete
find something
pushing
that does.
back on Don?
Right, Don?
Yeah.
I hate to be a pain in the ass, but if they didn't just lay there so flat.
Don's gonna punch him in the head, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Give it a haircut. He's a second-time guy anyway. I could feel that.
And I could feel he was sentences away. I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He didn't like the idea.
Pete's
Direct
embarrassing
marketing.
himself right
I
now.
thought of that. Turned out it already
Always got a
existed,
chip on his
but
shoulder
I
because he's
arrived
dad.
at it independently. Now I come to this place and you people tell me that I'm good with.
It turns out it already existed, but I thought it came to it independently. That was pretty funny.
I'm supposed to be stuffing envelopes at Kennedy headquarters tonight, and my sitter just canceled, and I hate to back out because, well, you know, New York State is so important.
Well, let me just get dinner on the table. I guess Don can watch the kids.
Really?
Just bring the kid over.
Gosh, that would be wonderful.
I get the vibe that Glenn's kind of a sad kid.
He's got to be like the one kid in his class that's parents are divorced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not common then.
Yeah. Oh, he's a pushover.
Sir, I'll take Tom or Dad. You got me? This is an investment for me and you.
Take the investment, Pete.
And my jelly bean over here, of course.
I know you don't want to be indebted to her father, but just take it.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
And it's what your wife wants.
Well, he's got that doubt from his father in his head.
Right, yeah.
It's not good enough for my
You're
dad.
not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough playing on a loop in his head.
Nothing will ever be good enough.
Right, you'll never be good enough.
You always get what you want, don't you?
I got you.
I don't think Pete deserves this woman.
No, she's very kind. She's very sweet.
Yeah, she is.
Well, yeah, he's a deserving because he cheated on her. That's
Well, I mean, besides that, just the way
I need to meet a
he
client
is.
downtown.
Those birth control pills.
Oh.
Glenn,
Get
I said
out.
Get out.
Oh, what?
Weird.
Glenn.
Man, what is wrong with you? This room is occupied.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh. What is going on with this kid, man? There's something going on there.
Yeah.
That's not the way to behave.
Not normal.
Okay?
This is awkward. She's handling it well.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
Can I have some of your hair?
Oh, what? Glenn.
No.
This is some serial killer stuff at this
I know.
point.
Well, yeah. It's weird. It's weird.
Your answer.
What
no.
are you fueling right now?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's harmless. Here's some
I don't
Hanford
think.
Black.
I don't feel like that's harmless.
Bethlehem Steel, the backbone of America. What do you think?
Unbelievable. Did Draper tell you to try and sneak this one by me?
No?
Interesting.
It's not, you just got something there, Don, maybe.
I know this isn't the idea you want to sell me, so don't sell it so damn well.
Excuse me?
The backbone idea. Campbell pitched it to me last night. I liked that you were so enthusiastic about it, you couldn't wait to tell me.
Is he going to throw Pete out a window?
I would hope so.
I need you to go get a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Put your things in it.
Oh.
Okay?
Listen, Pete. I'm going to beat the hell out of you.
Campbell.
On his way out.
Sorry to hear that.
Can't be avoided, I'm afraid.
I wish I could agree with that. How much do you know about Pete's family?
There you go.
Nothing.
That's what I thought too.
Call
Yeah.
it a mediocre product.
His mother is Dorothy Dykeman.
Oh, it's his mom and not his dad.
Dykeman's owned pretty much everything north of 120.
And that explains why he doesn't want his wife to pay for it.
Geography.
What's your concern, then?
Well, I don't want Dorothy Dykeman Campbell standing on the dock at Fisher's Island this summer talking about how badly Sterling Cooper treated her son.
Well, that's a good point, too.
So what do you tell Pete now? I'm sorry, I can't fire you. Do whatever you want.
I wouldn't apologize.
I wouldn't either. I think Roger there has got to be the one to fix this.
Yeah.
I don't think Don can.
Well, thank you.
I want you to be very clear about this. You were fired. I wanted you out.
My generation, we drink because it's good. Because it feels better than unbuttoning your collar. Because we deserve it. Your kind, with your gloomy thoughts and your worries, you're all busy licking some imaginary wound.
My goodness, wait until I tell my husband there's going to be a Dykeman living in the building. He'll be so
That's what he hates, is having to trade on the
Sweetheart,
name.
Tell Mrs. Lyman the story about your great-great-aunt getting in that fight with the British soldier and the Hessian.
You tell it, dear. You tell it so much better than I do.
I'm starting to empathize a little bit more with Pete.
I get it.
Yeah.
I do understand. Like, he's trying to be his own man. He's got ambitions, but he's constantly undermined.
He's being forced to prove himself.
Yeah. Okay.
God. That is so good.
I think he's more ashamed of his father because of his mother's the one with the money, right?
Yeah, I was surprised at that, because early on I assumed the father was the one with all the money and power, but it's not.
And that's why he resents his father, because his father acts like this hard ass, for lack of a better word. You know, he's so tough on him, but it's like, why are you so tough on me? This is mom's.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you acting like the czar here when you married into it?
Yeah. I'm sure, like, he was also a man of
sure. Yeah, he wasn't nothing. I'm
and
sure.
The fact that his father said, "I gave you your name."
Like, no, Mom.
Yeah, like, my name is Van Dyke or
Dykeman.
Dykeman.
Yeah, the name that matters is Dykeman.
You took my name.
Yeah, it's not.
Took my name away from me.
Yeah, it's not Campbell. It's Dykeman.
That explains why he doesn't want her parents to pay for the apartment. He doesn't want to be his father.
Right.
You know.
He doesn't want to be told to shut up in meetings.
He wants to be his own man. He wants to be.
He's trying to build something for himself and build a name for himself.
Aspire to the name that he does have.
Sure.
You know, and it's like maybe break out of that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think he likes the name he has, or he wouldn't have had Trudy. I don't think he liked.
Sure.
I don't think he liked the fact that they were talking about his ancestors.
No, I don't think so either. And yeah, because it's what has happened, not what is happening.
Yeah.
You know, it's not him. And it does show that generational divide about how kids nowadays are known to look up to, and about how the previous generation, obviously, they said they weren't educated, they were in the war, and they drink all the time, you know, and it's reflected well when he hands Don his glass, give me another drink, you know? And also with Glenn. Glenn doesn't have anybody to look up to.
Right.
And he kind of has this perfect image of Don's wife and their kids, you know, he kind of sees that, and he kind of romanticizes about that.
Thinks that Betty's a better mother than his own mom, maybe.
Yeah. And it has some kind of weird Freudian
it definitely
thing going on.
Absolutely.
There. He's like, let me have a locket of your hair so I can have this and hold on to this and hold on to you.
Yeah, but watching her pee was freaking weird.
It is weird. It's that's the Freudian slip, right?
Right.
That's the Freudian aspect of it that's very, very strange. Lots going on there.
Yeah, I just like the fact that, like, when we had the first episode, we just kind of met all the characters and their messes, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of introduced most of everybody. But as we've gone into, now we're 3 more episodes in, now we're starting to see the layers of all these characters,
Sure.
and it's like, not all of these young douchebag, junior executives are that simple. They're not just maybe all the dumb frat boys running around, which is what they appear to be.
Yeah.
And I think we still get that, because, like, all we saw of most of them was still them just hanging out in Pete's office listening to Bob Newhart.
Yeah.
None of them actually doing anything.
Well, so the issues are, like, back to the generational thing, like, their fathers have become complacent. They get to a certain point and they stop, whereas these guys are much wealthier than most of their parents.
Right,
are.
yeah.
And then it's kind of like this whole, now what? Do we aspire for more? Do we stay here? Like you said, you're sitting around listening to Bob Newhart in an office. You're
Right.
not out
Is this
brainstorming.
it? Yeah.
Is this it? Yeah, this is it. We must be done. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you got guys like Don and Pete that are like, no.
There's got to be more than that.
There's more than that.
Do you think, and I know I'm only asking because it's a 7-season show, I think, and we're in...
There's quite a few seasons, yeah.
I think it's 7. I could be wrong. 6 or 7. Do you think that there's a time, because we're seeing so many parallels between them, that Don and Pete stop being adversaries and start being friends? Or at least respect each other?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess you could, because it would get tired after a while.
Right. Of them being combatants for the entire run of the show?
They would have to team up, so to speak, to overcome
something.
Some other antagonist, I guess.
Right.
Some other fork.
That would be cool. I would like to see that.
Yeah. Give it a couple seasons, obviously.
Right.
You know? I mean,
but, I mean, Pete's 26, right?
Don's
and the show
probably 30.
Right. Don's in his 30s.
Yeah.
The show goes on for years. Pete might grow up. You know what I mean? There might be a situation where because I mean, with what Roger just said, they're like, this man is your general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're here because of his largesse. There's a chance that Pete becomes a really good and loyal.
There is a chance.
Confidant to Don.
I mean, he's hungry.
He is.
He bit the hand that feeds a little bit.
He did. No, he's totally got to dig out of the doghouse.
I think that once I think what's going to be interesting is that he finds out that it's not Don that saved his ass. That it's,
right. That
it's,
it
it's
actually was the higher ups. Right.
And if that's the case, Pete's going to go for blood.
I don't know if that's possible because one of those three would have to tell him. That was a pretty private conversation among the owners among the highest of the high.
It was, unless Pete's not a dumb guy.
No, maybe
he realizes who he is.
But I like the fact that in this episode we spent so much time with Pete, so he's not just another one of these younger morons running around the office.
The rest of them are so stupid. I think it's played that way on purpose.
Sure, and we may get more of them too. You know what I mean? Like,
I would hope so. I mean, you got to flesh out the whole office.
We're still at the beginning. We might see more layers to other guys as well, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I really like that episode, though.
It's funny you said the show went on for so long, and it did. I was on Twitter recently, and they did a screenshot of, I think it was the Emmys, the last year the show aired, and all the leading actors nominated. It was the two from True Detective, Harrelson and McConaughey, John Hamm, and Bryan Cranston.
Really?
What a lineup.
Yeah.
What a crazy
It's a murderer's row of...
It truly is, you know? So
golden age of television,
it
right
really
there.
was, man. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Yep. Such a great, interesting show.
It is.
Let us know what you think down below.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.